What's up? Well, can't say we didn't see this coming. No, really. I probably should have shorted Zillow stock as soon as I heard about this going on. And listen, for full transparency, Zillow is a great website and it's a great app and it does fulfill a need in the marketplace for both home buyers and sellers. But today I'm just going to touch on what the buzz has been about Zillow for the past week or so. And then I'm going to give my 2 cents on all of this. So you understand what happened here. Zillow bought almost 10,000 homes from July to September. And this added up to almost $3 billion worth of homes nationwide. And the intent of purchasing all these homes was to flip them. And they purchased these properties using their extremely intelligent proprietary Zestimate algorithm. And it was supposed to help them find properties that were undervalued according to their Zestimate to flip. And over the past year, they've spent over $1 billion on their iBuyer model, which included the labor needed to develop it. This iBuyer model essentially allows users to purchase homes straight from the website. Zillow used their very own iBuyer model to purchase these properties using their Zestimate to put the value on these properties. In a nutshell. Well, when they were done flipping these homes and attempted to sell them, they weren't getting what they thought it was worth, or what the super accurate, super never before seen technology Zestimate was telling them that it was worth. So now they are offloading over 7,000 of these homes that they purchased for less than what they purchased them for. So this resulted in Zillow actually laying off about 25% of their employees and including discontinuing their iBuyer model technology altogether, which is probably a good thing so nothing like this happens to somebody else. But it's so funny because at first they publicly announced, their CEO publicly announced that they actually didn't know what they were doing. Literally word for word from their CEO, we were guessing. And that was at first. Now they're saying that they didn't have enough people on the ground to do these flips for these homes that they purchased, when they just laid off 25% of their employees, including the people that helped them create the iBuyer model in the first place. So where am I going with this? There's so many directions that I could go with this, but for starters, this estimate has been wrong or inaccurate, relatively inaccurate for years. And us licensed real estate professionals see this happen so often, where a buyer or a seller looks at his estimate as an end-all be-all. And the Zestimate says this or it says that, and now I don't want to purchase the property because the Zestimate says it's overpriced. Or yeah, the Zestimate says that it's worth less than what they're asking, let's jump on it. Such a dangerous game that goes both ways. The perfect home may not actually be overpriced, or the undervalued home may be a bad deal. And this is why you need us, licensed real estate professionals, who are on the ground every day in your market, who can run a proper and personalized comp analysis for you on the homes that you're looking at in your market that you're in. And Zillow said it best, they don't have really anyone on the ground, even for their own properties. Zillow cannot physically see the property that you're looking at or your property that you own. They haven't walked through the property that you're looking at or the property that you own. They haven't smelled the property that you're looking at or the property that you own. And on top of it all, they haven't worked in your market. They don't know your market. Well, sadly for Zillow, they did the dirty work for us here in explaining this. And lastly, before I wrap this up, there is another big name player buying up properties like this. You may have heard of them before, especially if you watch CNBC, but it's the BlackRock hedge fund. Zillow wants to buy these properties and flip them for a quick profit or a short-term gain. Well, BlackRock is buying up these properties, and instead of selling them or flipping them for short-term profits, they're using them as investment properties and renting them out. As I've preached for months, the long-term strategy is so powerful, especially right now with such high inflation in the economy. Home appreciation, principal paydown, and home equity building, historically low interest rates, tax incentives, cash flow potential. Right now is such a good time to purchase an asset for the long term. Lastly, this is not a knock on home flippers. I love home flippers. They can take a property and bring it back to life, make it livable, which is great for everybody, gives people places to live. There's a lot to preach about flipping, but there is a lot to be said about Zillow's strategy here and BlackRock's strategy. Decide for yourself, but I know which company I am bullish on and which company I'm bearish on. That about wraps it up. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week.